What's up, guys? Today I want to talk to you about strength curves. So strength curve is essentially a model that shows how much force your body can produce under certain joint angles throughout a range of motion. Now, that's important because we can manipulate those strength curves in order to force a different adaptation. So you may see people at the gym either using bands or chains or things like that to manipulate the strength curve. Basically what's happening is as the chain comes further off the ground, it gets heavier, right? So for example, your squat. If you add chains to your squat, more chain goes towards the ground at the bottom of the lift, making it lighter. As you go up, the strength curve becomes easier for you to produce force. Chain comes off the ground, makes the lift harder, forces a different type of adaptation. Bands and chains are a really great way to do that. It's not just to look cool, though it does look really cool. Another way that you can do it is with cables. So I'll demonstrate here. The cable is going to the strength curve of the cable is going to be determined by the angle of the forearm and the cable itself. So whenever the forearm and the cable creates a 90-degree angle, that's where the movement's going to be harder, right? So in a lateral raise, for example, if I'm doing a lateral raise and I stand here, the top in the most short position of my delt is the hardest part. That's the 90-degree angle, right? So I can do some reps here. If I step out this way, now that 90-degree angle exists at the bottom of the movement in the lengthened position. So the bottom's going to be hard. The top's going to be a little easier. If I step in here and I'm nice and close, now that 90-degree angle occurs in the middle of the movement. So it's a little easy, it gets harder, and then it gets easier again, right? And you can play around with these things, right? Figure out, what strength curves you can manipulate. And if you wanted to include, say, all three of those, I would recommend you do the shortened range first, make it hardest at the top, and then you come out, you do the lengthened range, make it hardest at the bottom, and then the mid-range. Now, it's important to manipulate these. You might be wondering why. Essentially, the most important thing that you can know about fitness and building muscle is that the body responds to stimulus, right? And whatever that stimulus is that you place upon it, the body will adapt to become better at it, right? So if your body responds to stimulus and you can add weight, you can add sets, you can add reps, you can overall just increase volume, there are other ways to adjust that stimulus, whether it's through tempo or through strength curves. So pick some of those things to manipulate, force the adaptation, and watch your body respond.